What's up, brothers and sisters? So I just want to say first, before I start anything, shout out to Ray K. Shout out to Chief Pete, the original. I just want to tell you guys thank you, man. Ray K. Again, I told you I replied to your comment saying that I had to go watch it again to try to figure out what exactly were you talking about. I have impulses where when I get upset, I have to immediately get rid of extra things. So what you probably saw in that video was, from what I'm guessing, is the part where I said I had a headache, or when you say, when you hear me say, that's something I do very often. And then I have to start peeling off whatever it is that's pissing me off. But anyway, I just want to say thank you, man. It did add some motivation to make more content, to be more clear-headed and clear-spoken, and take notes and stuff like that, so I'm not all over the place. And right now I'm getting ready to go wash some clothes. I got another busy morning washing clothes. Couldn't wash them all, of course. We got a bag here of what I think I'll need for the next couple days. Making a pit stop here at Walmart, pick up my allergy pills, and head on down to the wash interior, walk back, go to the gym. Today I'm only working out chest, I believe. I think it is just chest, because I did legs yesterday before I went to work. Got a pretty good leg workout in. I hope I don't. I hope I don't regret leaving my clothes there. I doubt it. But yeah. So I gotta pay attention real quick. Give me a second, because I just put that basket on the other side of the gate while I run in here real quick, and someone's walking by. He don't look like he's the type to take clothes. I mean, why would you take any clothes? So I gotta hold on. Just give me a second. Okay, he kept it moving. So anyway, yeah, work out, go to work, come home, relax. So I happened to see on YouTube, didn't watch the video because I'm gonna have to get my stomach ready for it, the Joe Rogan and Donald Trump interview. I think it's already at 20 million views. So stupid. I'm not a fan of Joe Rogan because I believe he's somebody that play dumb. He's somebody that doesn't want to stand on anything, stand by anything, because of the position he's in. And that was my message that I left to Zachary K. Hubbard of Gematria Effect, was that if you're looking to get to any level of prominence like these guys, just make sure the message never, the message doesn't get weaker. And I know Zach ain't like that, far from it. And that's why, a partnership between me and him would be a home run. I'm unapologetic, unabashed, unashamed, to say what I know is the truth. And I don't live by that my truth junk. It's the truth. It's not my truth that I'm walking on concrete. No, that's just the truth. So, for people that don't know Gematria Effect, that is a YouTube channel that is hosted by Zachary K. Hubbard. And he didn't discover it, but bought it pretty darn close to being the one to basically be the only one talking about it in the modern, I would say in the last 25 years. 30 years, there's not been really any literature, I guess. There has been, but give me 1 second. Excuse me. So, damn, lost my train of thought. But I just have no mercy on all of these. Oh, what exactly is the channel? Where he takes letters and numbers, and he decodes basically what's going on in society from a numerical standpoint. That every number you see, almost 90% of the time, it's in reference to something that would be connected to, I guess you could say, the Kabbalah, paying tribute to history, names and stuff like that. It's just a very informative channel that, unfortunately, in this time we're living in, people will just, I guess, hear it and agree or disagree and then move on. There's really no real push to have this work seen on a mass scale, which I really don't know what that scale would be, because again, everything will eventually almost like have to stare the beast in the face. And when you have to do that, now you're looking at, again, like I said, like going to court. Thank you. You too. No. And so, you run the risk of, like I said, going to court, having your finances drained, having your time consumed. This man has a wife and a child on the way, and just that level of stress. I do believe in my heart, I can see it, that I can just see the grievance on his face of like, damn, dude, like, what did we get ourselves into? Because, I mean, the way I look at things on a spiritual level is to use the least amount of force as possible. So when you're talking about the least amount of force, what really can you get done in this society without using force? And again, it's not the type of information that would be necessary the way you would have to get physical. But I'm motivated by the idea that this world is falling apart. And in these last days, before it even gets to the point where just the person standing next to you run the risk of robbing you, doing some type of purge-like activity, I do believe that that'll be here probably in the next 40 years. I give it about 40 years where America will have to go through its time period of being a third world country. We've raped and pillaged a lot of, other countries. I play a game on my phone, and that's one of the aspects of the game. It's called President Simulator, where you're actually like sent so many messages often of this country needs to be attacked, this country needs to be attacked. And they're normally countries like Haiti, Ghana, and just these little, and I'm like, every time I do it, I'm like, refuse. I just hit refuse, because when you start going to war even on the game, it's constant. Then you'll have Venezuela, then you'll have Guatemala. You'll have people just going to war, and then you're constantly using your resources in your troop department. So now you're having to use money to like make more warships. Not to mention the pirate attacks. Just terrorists basically in the game that you're gonna have to fight off. So what I've seen in the game is like you can you can build your army and take out terrorists and leave other countries alone just by not attacking smaller countries. You know what I'm saying? It's a very revealing game. So yeah, Zachary K. Hubbard, he had made a video, well, not made a video, but he, you know, was on his live saying that, you know, he wants to really take things to the next level, and he was thinking about naming his channel Gaymatria. You know, just taking the plot of a homosexual man, you know, kind of like a spoof, and seeing if he can draw in new audiences, a new audience or more audience or whatever. And this is unfortunate, because this is almost like putting on the dress, if you will, in Hollywood. And I'm not faulting him for it, because I've gotten into some pretty desperate situations where I thought, man, I don't want to have to do X, Y, and Z, but I may have to. So it breaks my heart to know that he's at that level where he's been doing this, like he says, every day for 11 years. Every day. And I just see it in my heart and in my spirit that it's something that you can take. And let's say you build a community out here, right? Let's say you build a community for people out here, and everybody on the community knows about this gematria thing, and you can do it in an organic fashion. Buy property and just have people drive by and have this community be a real haven. Because from what I've seen in the Israelite movement is that you have people trying to they're trying to make something in the Bible apply to them and what they should be doing as far as community. And it's a mess. It's a mess. You got all these people, they're basically playing house. You know, okay, well, you could be an elder, and you could be a chief elder, and you could be a chief supreme elder. Like, get out of here with all that shit, dude. All that garbage. Just be happy that y'all have the opportunity to have organic food. Instead, you want to sit there and try to say, well, like, this is how everybody should be living. Dude, no. I think God is smart enough to know that in 2024, people would really struggle, hell, just having an apartment, a coffin apartment, let alone trying to pack up and then go live in the middle of nowhere and start a whole new life. So, and that was something too I'll go ahead and speak on before I keep continuing on with Zach, is that Pastor Charles Dow, this is an elder to me. He's older than me. I'm 31. So I have enough wisdom to understand at my age that I have to respect this man, even if I disagree with his doctrine. And this is what I've been talking about when I talk about these people want to play house. And he makes videos saying drama. You know, a small backstory is that him and another guy named Rufus, Elder Rufus, this whole thing about putting him out of a community, and now everybody wants to leave the community, and everybody has a testimony about what happened in the community. And Pastor Charles Dow says, no, this is not true. And he has people make videos saying, nah, this is what's going on. Then you got another part of people saying, nah, it is true. And then they'll make videos. Who do I believe? I believe Pastor Rufus. And it may sound funny, but you the one, Charles Dow would say, you're fat and all this other stuff. Well, that gives more credence to the fact that the fat guy who does nothing is calling the big old brute the one that is in the wrong, so to speak. And that makes more sense to me. What does the fat man have to lose? The fat lazy man, what does he have to lose? The guy that's the guy that's lifting weights and doing all this other stuff, he has a lot to lose, because you have to uphold this image of I'm fit, I'm in shape, I'm a builder, I lift weights, I cook, I hunt, I shoot. And all it is, when the fat dude is like, look, man, I know I'm overweight, I gotta watch my weight, but my heart is genuinely You know, I know that people live a long time never lifting a weight but doing manual labor, hard manual labor. Get your heart rate up, your cardiovascular system up, you're burning off toxins, you know, no different than the big buff guy. So that's just how I looked at it, like, okay, well, you saying that this fat dude ain't got no credit, no credibility. Well, what does he have to lose if he the fat, lazy dude? Jealous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. The notion of having multiple wives, by the way, you're a supreme pervert. Okay? You're a supreme pervert. Do I believe, like, for myself personally, could I have 2, 3, 4, 5? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it damn sure wouldn't be based off of anything sexual. I would look at 3 to 4 different women and say, okay, with children, what can they supply? Will my children be healthy? Will my children be somehow genetically confused? You know, these are things that I would think about. She gonna know, like, okay, he's not dealing with me based off of my body. You know, he's always talking about, you know, him and I can buy some property somewhere, or this, that, and the third. Everything will be business related, and yeah, sex will be included. Now, say, well, CJ, I got 3 women for you. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to have to juggle 3 brains. You know, that's just me. That's me saying, hey man, you can do that. That ain't for me. You know, because most men are perverts, and they're looking at it from an aspect of, man, she's beautiful and I want her to be mine. Oh, and she's beautiful, I want her to be mine too. And now you just like, dude, what the hell? Where is the well, whatever. But Lord, man, I can go all off into that conversation. But yeah, that's what the thing was with Zachary K. Hubbard, was just how far are you willing to go? You know, you have a community of people who all, you know, they learn how to farm. There is homeschooling. And knowing that, yeah, you're not changing the world, but have a community of 10, next thing you know, you have 100, you know, and these people will have to be vetted. Obviously, I've seen how these scenarios can go haywire, and it's poor discernment. It is poor discernment. Okay? I've heard you talk about that, Zach, discernment. And a lot of people don't have it, which in a lot of times you'll end up playing the fool. So that's very important to have the proper vetting process and someone who knows what they're looking at in a matter of minutes. Hi, my name is John. How you doing, John? And now you got John on the clock for 3 minutes, and I'm gonna sniff it all out. Why you want to be here, where you come from, what your story, all of this. All of it. I've been blessed with that gift, and I don't regret it. So yeah, I told him, you know, I pretty much made myself a vessel in regards to helping him. Of course, I'm homeless, live in a tent, work at Domino's, but I do everything that a person does in their house. I probably do that and then some outside of the house, or in a shitty house, I guess, whatever. So, you know, as far as what are my contributions? I'm consistent, I'm honest, I work very hard. I have a spirit of someone who masters things. Anything I do, I look to master it. I remember when I called in on his show back in April, and I told him, I said that I deleted an entire YouTube channel just to make it a channel of posting his videos, to just spread the word. That's one more channel with 1,000 more eyeballs on your work. And he was like, why would you start all over? Hey man, I like this stuff to be, and I run a tight ship. I run a tight ship. I have no problem getting rid of things. I've had to begrudgingly get rid of things. I've had to willingly give up things. As you can tell, I'm not heavy in the profanity department. That's all natural. I don't have to use profanity. Normally when I use profanity, it's like a free flow of poetry because I'm upset or something really calls for me using a curse word. I love to see my people, quote unquote black people, shaken up when they are deprogrammed in any type of way. I had a story about when I was in jail, and a lot of TV shows we would watch, cops and all these things. I was always the guy in the bunk like, hey man, that could have easily been avoided if he would have showed his ID. That could have easily been avoided if he would have did this or that. And they hate it. They hate it. I've had people actually tell me, man, I don't even think you black, bro. Like, I've had dudes damn near get ready to fight and be like, are you black, bro, for real? Like, dead ass. Like, who is your mama? Who your daddy? Dead ass. I've had people do these things because I didn't go along with the George Floyd thing. I didn't go along with Trayvon Martin. Black Lives Matter. I didn't go along with none of that stuff. I didn't. So I think I bring quite a bit to the table, and with my consistent learning and openness to learn how to do this on my own, I think people would enjoy seeing somebody that basically started off as, okay, well, I can watch a football game with Zach and I'll be probably 100 yards behind him in knowledge, but I'll be able to see exactly what he's talking about in real time. So I'm not good, but good enough to keep up. And, a laptop and all these different things, like he does, just make this my life. I know how to separate that life from my own life, which is still got to get a GED, still got to learn a trade. There are several trades I want to learn. By the time I'm about 40, late 30s, early 40s, I do want to have the opportunity to say, you know what? I can go build a nice house. Now, when I say build, you guys, I'm not talking about, I'm a very simple person. So for any women out there, here, now, or in the future, your boy is not about to sit up here and use I'm not going to be paying no mortgages, none of that shit. I'm a builder. I want to build my own home. Oh man, I ain't finna live in no box with him. Well, it ain't gonna be a box, but it's not gonna be something where you can, now obviously the house is like that, but it's really the ideal representation of what you would call small living. Doesn't mean that it's a box with no AC and no air conditioning, anything like that, but I know I put it on a piece of property that's mine. I can build on it. I can wake up in Galveston and then drive back to Houston. That's just the way I think as of now. Subject to change, obviously. A lot of things I say, I'm always open to change in some type of way. I'm not stubborn. Oh wow, there's the bus. I don't even fool with the bus when I wash clothes. You'll be here all day. I just do it. Do it! So yeah. Oh gosh. So you guys can go check that video out. I said the same thing I just said then, but I said it just now in more detail. kids. Do I want kids and everything? Sure. I'm open to the stereotypical lifestyle of a house, kids, dog, you know, all that shit. I'm open to it. But the control that I have over my life right now, it's going to be very simple. Very simple. I'm not afraid to die alone. I'm just not. I do get, you know, quote unquote lonely and, you know, see women and like, man, if only if I had the time and the money and things like that, I'd love to ask her out on a date. But next thing you know, something else is staring you in the face that's 10 times more important than that. So that's how that goes. Yeah, I should have just straight bumped into him, but I don't have time. Cocksucker didn't even give no nigga no room on the sidewalk. You think you that bad? You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. I'm kidding. But I wasn't kidding about bumping into him, but he would have knocked my phone out my hand. A lot of this stuff I have to walk on the road. These ain't sidewalks. You know how many fights I've almost gotten into when people pass you up or anything like that and they see that you're like on the road, not on the sidewalk, because they're not understanding like these aren't even sidewalks anymore, bro. These ain't sidewalks. These are peaks and valleys. You can't do a damn thing with a basket on these sidewalks. You gotta walk on the tip of the lanes. Yeah, I gotta get skinny now. Get skinny. I do appreciate the support. I said my dream is to get out of corporate America while still being financially able to live a simple, peaceful life. I'll always work. I'll always work, man. My dad gave birth to basically, you know, in his mind, he's gonna deny it. Yeah, in his mind, he'd be like, nigga, please. But I'm always working, always doing something, even against my will. Always working. So that's gonna be it, you guys. I don't really want to keep blabbing. Again, I just want to work on my consistency, articulate my thoughts a little bit better. Hopefully you guys will see me on somebody else's channel and, you know, see my channel just take a leap forward that is like, whoa. So that way when I'm off from work or you want to send me home, it's going to bring a great deal of peace over me to know that there's money coming in from something, somewhere. So, like the video, if you will. Subscribe to my channel, if you will. I wouldn't say share it, because I'm not really dropping no jewels, as they say. Whoa. But leave a comment, and I'm out before I get ran over by a dumpster truck.